2.
Welcome,
LoveLine with Adam Carolla and Dr. Drew.
Would you sleep with sick women?
I may be pregnant, but I'm still a man.
Spank the unruly ones.
It's indecent, it's vulgar, it's blasphemous.
I'm gonna ride you till you can't stand up.
Come on, let's go down.
All right, keep your shirt on.
LoveLine's meant for an adult audience. LoveLine may contain sexually oriented content. Listener discretion is advised. Here's LoveLine with Dr. Drew and Adam Carolla.
Hey, phone number. Sound like Chuck Bronson when I do that. Hey! Phone number, 1-800-LOVE-191. Fax number 310-854-4455. I'm Adam Carolla. That is the good doctor, Dr. Drew. Dr. Drew is a board-certified physician. Takes medicine, he can help you. Joey Ramone is allegedly our guest tonight, although he's not here yet, but the night is young. We Will Fall is the name of the Iggy Pop tribute CD. Or is it a tribute if the guy's still alive, or is it just a... No, I guess it could be. You don't have to die to have a tribute.
I don't believe so.
Anyway, it's something that Joey's on, and he's out here promoting it, and it's a tribute Iggy Pop thing for Lifebeat. It's a nonprofit AIDS research awareness organization. So anyway, raise mine for that. All right, so I'm totally prepared. So Joey may be in here, or should be in here, probably will be in here at some point. Am I right, Drew?
You're right.
All right. What do we want to talk about?
You tired of doing radio tonight?
Yeah. Melissa Joan Hart from Melissa Talks About Stuff.
Clarissa Explains It All, and the Teenage Witch thing.
Sabrina,
yeah.
Yeah. It's a hot show.
You like that?
No.
You've never seen it?
Yeah, I have.
Yeah.
You know, it's really sad, but Friday night's one of my big viewing nights. I love just to sit home and watch TV on Friday nights.
Yeah.
Let all the other Fs go out there and like get killed and get drunk and drop $80 on booze. I'll just sit home and watch 2020 and Sabrina the Teenage Witch. I like sort of sitcoms about nothing. You know, fresh-faced, blonde-haired people living in clean houses, having manageable problems. You know what I'm saying?
And if the problems become unmanageable, they can magically find their way out.
Right.
Because they're witches.
Right.
Yeah.
There's something in it for everybody. Something in it for the younger audience. There's something in it for the pedophiles. There's really something in it for everybody, for the Sabrina the Teenage Witch.
She's not that young anymore, though. I mean,
how much mileage are they getting out of all this whole witch thing? I mean, this Bewitched legacy just keeps going on.
30 years.
Elizabeth Montgomery's been in the ground for 10 years now, and there's still a bunch of blonde...
Long? Has it been that long?
Good 5 and 8 years. Elizabeth Montgomery. I don't think the peanut gallery's going to come up with anything, but Engineer Mike, in between snacking, may look it up on the net. Anyway, she was bewitched. What the hell are we talking about? Oh, before we went on the air, we're talking about the Pamela Tommy Lee thing, which Drew wants to see. But let me explain to all of you how Drew works with just about everything. Drew has to be the martyr in every situation. You're not really used to stepping up to the plate and saying, I want this, I want that, give me more of these, give me some of that. Or I'd like just to relax, I'd like to do this, I'd like to indulge.
That's true.
You're not really into that.
That is true.
Like, for instance, you enjoy a cigar.
Right.
But if someone said to you, Drew, you like smoke cigar every once in a while? You'd sort of couch it in. Well, when the time's right, if it's offered to me, I will.
Yes.
You couldn't just say, yeah, I enjoy a cigar once in a while. Because
It'd be hard to say
that's just random enjoyment.
Yeah.
And you don't like the cop.
Right.
Right. So, you're man. Doctor first, but man, actually, man's not even a close third, actually. But the point is I won't embarrass you by saying what the middle one, what number 2 is. But
what is number 2?
I don't want to embarrass you over the air. The point is you're man, and you have the voyeuristic gene, like all men do.
Putrid gene.
The putrid voyeuristic gene,
right.
And you would love to have a look at Pamela Lee and Tommy Lee getting it on. Engineer Mike has had the tape. He's offered it up to producer Ann, who quickly snatched it up and scurried it back to her husband, who she thought didn't watch it.
Who surreptitiously watched the same way.
Turns out it did. I will not watch it. Now, Drew, I'm boycotting the tape. Drew keeps saying to Ann, let's test Adam's resolve by putting the tape on in the next room and getting him, seeing if he can be lured into the next room. I know
because
this.
then I can watch.
Yes, this is not a ploy to lure me into the room. It is a ploy for you to watch the tape without having to ask producer Ann for a copy or to take it home. Please, as God is my witness, you know I'm right. And you coming up with the correct answer before I spit it out in advance in a sarcastic way does not get you off the hook. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Okay, so you'd like to watch the tape? That's fine.
No. Actually,
Please, let's put the tape on so that Drew can watch in the next room, and I will show you the resolve I have on this. And by the way, heard a talk radio show or some kind of news program this morning where it turns out a judge did not stop it from going on the internet.
That's unbelievable.
Basically. Pamela and Tommy Lee said to a judge, hey, will you halt this? This internet provider wants to put it on the internet and profit from it. And the judge said, no, I won't. Apparently, they're not breaking any law and within their rights to do that. So here's the law as I know it. You may break into someone's home and steal someone's property and then exploit that property for your own gain. And there's not a effing thing anyone can do about it?
Right. It's like
even when they're aware you have it?
They could get you for the breaking and entering part, the stealing part, but they can't get you for the exploitation, the distribution through the free medias.
That is sick.
Yeah.
And I not only put a curse. Oh, boy, it's a little tenuous when I put the curses out there because it means instant profit, wealth, and success for everyone. Who have I put a curse on so far? No Doubt and Jim Carrey.
Yeah.
Oh, Christ. All right, but I'm still going to put a curse, a symbolic curse on the judge, the internet provider. Speaking of free speech, which all these internet a-holes are all about, I'd like to find the name of that internet provider and give them a nice roasting. It's pathetic, low behavior, and all of you are damned. I put a curse on all of you. You're all weak, pathetic people who should take a good look in the mirror once in a while. It's pathetic. I'm not talking about the guy who walks in the next room when it's playing. I'm talking about the person who grabs someone else's intimate tapes and spreads it out all over the internet so they can make a few bucks and thinks nothing of it. It's pathetic. And I'm not a religious man, but I hope there is a hell so that the meter maids and the Planning Commission over here in Culver City has company.
Is there a tape out there on you, Adam, or something?
No.
Seems a little bit of fire about this.
People say, and I just think it's the most pathetic part of human existence.
Well, the whole
I think
exploitation is pathetic no matter what. I mean, just preying on other people's misfortune is a pathetic impulse.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And like I said, that impulse of that rationale of, they deserved it, anybody stupid enough to.
That's absurd.
Yes.
Yeah.
That should get you a longer stint in hell for that sort of retarded rationale. So, those of you who are involved with the exploitation of this tape, I damn you and your media family. Unless you don't like them, in which case I'm not going to damn them because that's probably what you'd want me to do. Am I right, Drew?
Yes.
Joe.
Hey.
You're 14. And all you other radio a-holes out there, you're pathetic. Spending, devoting entire shows to this tape. Pathetic, weak, disgusting behavior. Why don't you come up with some material? Please.
Hey, guys.
Sit around like vultures. Everyone's just sitting on a branch like a vulture, waiting for someone to trip up so we can all come swooping down on them. It's pathetic behavior. All right, Joe.
Hey. I have a question about condoms.
Oh, you make me sick.
What's going on, Joe?
Okay.
What's the question?
Well, my girlfriend and I have been thinking about like having sex, but the thing is, well, we definitely want to use protection, but I have a rather small penis, and
How old is your girlfriend?
she's 14 too.
Why are you so in a hurry to have sex?
I don't know, but I just want to know, do they come in like sizes or anything?
We have like a junior department or something.
If I tell you they don't have junior size, will you not have sex?
Do they not have junior size?
I don't know, but hang on. You understand the question?
What?
If there's no condom available, will you not have sex?
I guess not.
Okay. No, there's no size that would fit.
Huh. But is there any, like...
They don't have a Granimals type thing where they have a little,
I'm
match,
sure there are different sizes out there. I just don't know what they are. You know what I
I've
mean?
never
I don't
heard
know
of a
what
small one.
Exactly. I'm sure it must be. There must be.
Yeah, but it's really like I don't know, like a shower cap or something.
It
You
just
don't really
runs-
need a small. You don't need a small one or a big one if you're within the realm of sort of
Puberty.
Yeah. How small are you, Joe?
I don't know, like when I'm erect, I'm only like 3.5 inches or something.
That's fine. You can just go ahead and double up a regular size one.
No, don't double up.
Oh.
Make some break. But Joe, just
No, I mean, cuff it up. Like if you had a pair of dungarees that
I
were
see.
too long,
Fold it up.
you'd cuff it up at the bottom. You'd double it over, like some people wear their socks that way.
Yeah, or just like cut off the finger of a latex glove.
No, don't do that either.
Yeah.
I'm joking.
Head down toward the pinky, though.
But Joe, just don't have sex.
You're 14.
You're young for this.
What do you have to look forward to? Thank God I didn't have sex at 14.
Okay.
What do you want to do? Peek out at 14? All right, but it's good that you're asking about the condom.
All right.
All right, give it a little longer. Let your penis grow.
It's not good for your girlfriend to have sex this age. It is not good for her.
It isn't?
Not good. I've never met a girl who had sex at the age of 14 or 15 who didn't regret it. Later.
Yeah. Okay. And they often lie then at that point. Melissa,
Hi.
you're 16.
Yep.
What's going on?
I've been fooling around with my best friend's brother. And we only fool around when we get high, and it happened a couple times, and now I think that if I get high with him, he thinks that he can do that more often.
What does fool around mean?
Huh?
What does fool around mean?
I mean, we make out, and he always tries to get me to have sex with him.
He tries for you to have sex with him,
Yeah.
but it doesn't work?
No. Well, no.
Hey, we may be related, me and this guy.
What do you-
What's his last? No.
What do you mean, well, no?
No, it doesn't work. But he thinks that if it depends on how high he gets me, that if I get really high, I won't know what I'm doing, and
That's called rape.
Sounds like a pretty healthy relationship.
Yeah.
Wouldn't
Don't
say,
you
Drew?
worry about a guy that wants to rape you? Wants to intoxicate you to the point that you don't have your wits
Well,
about you? and then-
everything is rape now, though, Drew. I mean, this is the way guys used to do it back in the day. I got to tell you, it is now rape. But back then, it was just cunning.
Does that make it
It
right?
was like strategy.
Yeah.
I mean, that's all we had.
So women are being protected against that cunning
Okay.
behavior.
All right. I think it's fairly despicable. How old is this guy?
he's 17.
Uh-huh. And you're not attracted? Are you into him at all?
Yeah.
You are?
Yeah.
So you'd like to have more than just the get stoned and dry hump relationship that you currently have?
Yeah.
Uh-huh. But you don't think he wants any more?
I
Then
haven't. I mean, I didn't say anything because he's also my best friend's brother, and she wouldn't like the fact
boy.
because she seen me kiss him before, and she flipped out on me.
How old is he?
How old is she?
He.
Oh, he's 17.
All right. Listen, Melissa, here's what you do. No bong loads, no sex. If he wants to go out with you, he can call, and you can go out. Then you'll know.
And
If he doesn't call...
And don't get high with him when you're out on a date.
Oh, yeah.
Really, if that's what he thinks he's up to, this is not somebody that you want to be in a relationship
Melissa,
with.
you
This is
got
a predator.
Yeah.
You got that little girl voice. Anything behind that?
Oh. Huh?
Anything behind the little girl voice?
Oh, no.
No? No incest, rape, any weird stuff?
No.
Physical abuse.
Nope.
Dad's all right?
Yeah, that's cool.
Right. You visit him every weekend in Juliet?
Oh, he lives with me.
He lives with you.
Yeah.
All right.
Where's your mom?
Oh, she lives with me, too.
Well, that's very novel.
Lives with me. That's a strange way to refer to one's family, isn't it?
Melissa?
Yeah.
You're living with them, though, right?
Yeah.
Okay, it's their house?
Yeah.
Okay, have a little respect.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, stop getting stoned and letting this guy feel you up. It's a bad sign.
If she still speaks like that when she's 24, something's up.
Yeah. Here's what women do. Women, see, I catch them later when they're pissed off and bitter about all the stuff that the guys got away with for the prior 10 years. I don't like that.
No.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
I run into everybody. Every woman I run into is now the buck stops here. Enough is enough. No, gone are the days of boozing and sexual antics. I'll not be taken advantage of anymore. Oh, hi, Adam. Nice to meet you. Oh, I got so screwed on that deal, Drew.
Hey, check this out. Elizabeth Montgomery died in May of '95, 2.5 years ago.
Oh, really?
I'm on this radio show. I want to talk to this guy, but it may take a while. I got to go to the bathroom.
Mm-hmm. Number 1 or number 2?
Oh, hey!
Hey!
Everyone, I got it. I was talking to my control room operator. He was going to watch the phone while I went and relieve myself. But hey, nice to hear you guys.
All right, Ted.
Listener.
Where are you working there, Ted?
U.S. Steel Gary Works. Maybe I shouldn't say that, but...
U.S. Steel Gary Works?
Yeah, right on the Lake Michigan.
Is there a word missing from that title, like an and or a the or some sort of connecting word?
Just Gary Works.
Okay.
Steel Gary Works.
You do steel?
That's right.
Okay. What do you do?
Lots of it. Oh, I'm a shift manager out here.
You guys manufacture steel?
Yeah.
All right.
Lots of it.
I'll tell you. Hey, they film a lot of boot commercials over at your place?
Oh, yeah. There's quite a
Every
few.
time I see a goddamn boot commercial, it's a Sears manhandler boot. It's always some guy pouring steel, molten steel. A lot of sparks around. Apparently, the only people who wear boots are people that work around molten metal.
Yeah, well, that's for sure. Got to have them there.
Are you in the union and everything, Ted?
No, I'm management, so I'm not union.
All right, but you're making a nice living.
Yeah, it's not bad. No complaints, really.
All right,
We can always be making a little bit more money, you know?
Well, those damn Japanese importing all that.
That's right. Got to watch them, right?
Oh, yeah. You got to watch everybody, Ted.
It's
Everybody
your
but your
world.
own, you hear me?
That's for sure.
I don't even trust Drew.
That's right.
He's one of them. Ted, what do you want?
So anyways, I'm in this predicament. Me and my girlfriend had a baby girl about 4 years ago. So one day things weren't going well, so she split. She took off to her brother's house, took my daughter, and her brother is gay. And I always suspected there was activity going on in the house, and I asked my daughter today about her uncle's boyfriend. And it turns out that my daughter had told me that she knows that his boyfriend's sleeping with him, and they kiss in front of her, and it's driving me crazy.
How old's your daughter?
She's 4 years old.
Mm-hmm.
Why does this bother you?
It bothers me.
Oh, come on, Drew.
I'm worried about her emotional and her mental, you know.
That seeing two men would disturb her in some way.
Well, I don't know if it does now because she doesn't know. But will it down the road?
In what way do you think it would disturb her, though?
Well, I'm not sure about it. I just don't feel that it's a healthy environment for any child.
Damn
Doctor.
straight it's not, Ted.
And, you know, anymore these days, since they came out of the class, they've got everybody, you know, thinking that this is normal activity. And I want my daughter to grow up to be just a normal heterosexual and have a wonderful
I
life.
like this Ted. He's a steel-working guy. He's the kind of guy who wears a collar but likes to roll up his sleeves.
That's right.
Get down there on the floor once in a while and kick a little fanny. Show him how the old guys used to do it. And let me tell you, he didn't get the managerial job because of some affirmative action program gone bad or because Papa ran the company. He started on the floor like the grunts and he worked his way up. Am I right, Ted?
That's absolutely right.
I am?
That's absolutely
Wow.
right,
What do you
Adam.
know about that? I can hear that in your voice. And he's worried about his kid's sexual proclivity years before puberty. I like that.
Absolutely.
I like that. That's what I'm going to do with my kid. I'm going to map out their sexuality. I'm going to have a plan. Like, you know how Drew has a college fund for his kids?
Yeah.
My son is going to have a heterosexual fund. Forget about this college. I'm going to amass thousands, and I'm going to then bribe him to be heterosexual on his 16th birthday. It'll be my form of a bar mitzvah.
So you guys think this could scar her emotionally?
No, she'll probably
let it slide. You think?
Yeah, I understand it's a little bit weird for you, but I don't think it's going to affect her to any.
You listen to this show, right?
Right.
You hear all the problems we hear about.
Oh, absolutely.
Is that ever a problem?
I guess mine's pretty small.
No. But listen, but you don't hear kids growing up saying, "Oh, I was traumatized because my whatever. I saw two same-sex people kissing in a loving way. I mean,
right.
or intimately involved. It's okay. It's not gonna hurt anything."
All right. Now one more quickie. Joey Ramone is in, I believe. Yeah, I think I saw him walking by. Lauren,
Yeah.
you're 16.
Yeah.
That's my sister's name.
Oh, cool.
Except for she tried to spell it Lauryn, somewhere about 25. I had nothing to do with that, by the way. I'm not going to participate in this little independence charade.
What is that? What is that impulse
Oh,
to
it's
spell
people that
name
have nothing
different?
better to do with their life. Please.
Think about all the ways we've spelled like Karen.
Yeah, I know. Screw all you. Let's just come up with
It's not
one.
their fault, it's their parents.
Nah, the kids. In my sister's case, she
Nah,
stuck the Y
but
in.
we're talking.
Listen, it was my parents' fault for giving her a bad environment and forcing her to put the Y in later on in life. Yes, you could trace it back to them for that, but they didn't spell it that way.
But I think most of the kids we get these funny spellings from are from the parents.
Oh,
I really believe that.
stoners. All right, Lauren.
Okay, I've been listening to your show for a long time. First time caller. But I just have a question about my boyfriend. He, doesn't jack off, and all of his friends do, and everyone I know does, and he just thinks it's gross. And I was just wondering if that's, abnormal.
No, you got a problem on your hands, Lauren. Yeah. Drew, should she get out right away, or should she call him and break up first?
How old is he?
16.
Yeah.
How old were you when you started, Adam?
Hold on a second. Hey, Lauren,
Yeah.
who cares? Please, you.
But look.
Oh, screw her.
That's the
please.
point. How old were you? I mean, you were.
All his friends jack off, and my friends jack off, and he doesn't jack off. So who cares? Please, what the hell kind of show is this turning into, Drew?
It's usually stuff you love talking
All right,
about.
you remember being 16, don't you?
Yeah.
You weren't an idiot, were you?
No, I don't think so.
I mean, Lauren's asking a question a 9-year-old would ask. She's 16 years old. Who cares? Do you know what I'm saying?
She just.
I don't want to dignify everything with
All
an
right.
answer.
All right. But
He doesn't jack off because he doesn't jack off. Who cares? Maybe either he does and he's not telling you about it, or he doesn't and it's his own business. That's it. He'll get around to it.
if you were 18, would you be concerned about
That's a problem. Yeah.
it? Okay.
Yeah. That's time for intervention.
All right. That's the point.
All right, but you know what I'm saying?
Yes.
I didn't start till I was 16, by the way, smart ass.
That's what I was trying to point out.
Oh, sorry, man. Is it cool?
Yeah, right.
All right. Am I right for hanging up on Lauren? I am. I do feel
We
guilty.
answered her
but,
question, too.
All right, but screw
We
that.
answered her question.
You know,
You-
what the hell kind of show is this?
That's fine.
All right. Joey Ramone will be in here in just a matter of moments, and we'll be back to talk to him after this.
LoveLine. Be right back. Austin.
Hey, this is Iggy Pop, and you're listening to LoveLine with Dr. Drew and Adam Carolla.
It is Iggy Pop. I once had the honor of being knocked over on stage by Iggy as he took the stage in Minneapolis, I believe it was. Joey Ramone is here. Phone number 1-800-LOVE-191. Fax number 310-854-4455. Joey is here because Joey has contributed to a Iggy Pop tribute album, and he's actually has the first cut on the album. And
first cut's the deepest, right?
No, Rod Stewart.
See that?
Yeah.
See, I know I'm a musicologist.
Very sharp.
Okay.
But it's the charity's Lifebeat, and all the proceeds from the tribute go to Lifebeat.
Go to Iggy.
Do you know anything about Lifebeat?
Yeah. It's the I guess the music industry. AIDS the whole bit.
You didn't get briefed, did you?
Yeah. Well, I know what it is.
Right.
I mean, it's a great organization. You know?
Well, listen. It's for what is it for, Drew? Read that thing, would you? And give it a plug. And first,
it's AIDS education, and as I understand it, AIDS. Certain ways of delivering AIDS services. Let's see. AIDS organization established innovative ways to disseminate information and provide financial assistance to members of the music community living with HIV and AIDS.
All right, and that's where the money from
and you're
We Will
part of the
Fall.
music.
We are?
Yes.
Yes, I never thought of us that way. Certainly not true.
Media collegists.
Joey, first,
Media colleges, I like that.
settle a bet for us, please.
Oh, yes, sir.
How old are you?
How old do you think I am?
I went under 43. Drew went over 43. Because Drew said he saw you at his college, although actually he probably didn't see you. He just knew you played his college in 1978.
78. Which college was that?
Amherst.
Well,
Metal music
he's
studio.
probably right. I think it's a tie. I think you guys are tied.
Oh, really?
We split the year.
We split it
June.
We thought we might tie, so I said anything before June I got, and anything after June Drew has.
May. It's May.
Really?
Yeah.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Are you effing me?
May 19th.
May 19th.
Me and Pete Townsend, we got the same birthday.
May 19th, 1955?
No, well.
Oh, wait a minute. Wait, 54. Hold on. Hey, there may be some fibbing going.
50, yeah, that's it. 55. Right on.
Wait a minute. Joey's lying now. We got to see some. Can we see some ID?
You know, I didn't bring my ID.
All right,
I'm lucky I got on the plane.
But listen, you're seriously, you don't look a day over 30.
Thank you, man.
I mean, not that you're in incredible shape or anything, but you just don't look old.
I got to get in better shape.
Screw it. You
All
got
right.
women, you got money, forget
That's
about
right.
it.
I don't have to worry about that.
Right, just drink your coffee and relax.
I got my vice, my coffee.
I'm
right?
still going to take the dollar, though.
Take the dollar.
Is your birthday seriously May 19th?
May 19th.
Okay, good enough. So if you'd been just another 11 or 12 days, Drew may have cashed in. But no, thank you, Jesus. Good. The side of good has prevailed for a change.
And we negotiated that position, too.
Yeah, we went round and round for about a half hour before the show, trying to figure out what the cutoff line for your age in the gambling would be. All right, so you played Amherst in 78. When did the Ramones get started? How old were you guys?
Well, I was my early 20s.
Mm-hmm.
We started in 1974. I think it was March of 74.
Wait a minute, you're screwing up with the math now, I believe. Because if you were in your early 20s in 74, that meant in 78 you were in your mid-20s.
I'm 45.
Oh, I shouldn't have screwed around with it. Are you serious?
I'm not sure.
All right.
I'm a little delirious having something
No, wait a minute. You just gave me the $1 back I gave you.
Hey, give me the dollar. I can use that. Actually, I'll have another cup of coffee.
Well, we'll get you another.
You know, I feel like I'm just getting my second win now.
Yeah, we like that because I know you came out from New York and you know there's jet lag and you haven't slept and
I haven't
all
slept
that.
in 2 days and I'm jet lagged.
Yeah, well, we're going to make it worth your while because
All
Drew's
right.
going to give you $1.
Can I have another cup of coffee?
Yeah, Ann will get you some
right.
coffee, or Sherry will get you some coffee, or Lisa will get you some coffee, and we'll plug the in-store at the Tower on Sunset on Wednesday at 6 o'clock. Hey, that's tomorrow.
That's
for
tomorrow.
autographs with you, Joey Ramone, and D-Generation. And
Rodney
Extra Fancy.
Bingenheim is going to be there.
Oh, he's a legend.
He's a legend in his own.
I'll tell you, it's going to be triple God's head. What's going on over there?
God's head.
Brandy.
Hi.
Hey, you're 21.
Yes, I had
I love that coffee. It's great. I just want to. My compliments to the coffee
I had a
maker.
question for you.
What's up, Brandy?
Brandy, you're a fine girl.
Thanks. I was named after that song, by the way. But I'm a lesbian, and
You're in trouble.
Thank God your mom wasn't listening to Delta Dawn at the time.
But
A little Helen Reddy humor there.
no,
I love
always,
Ellen.
I always seem to fall for my best friends. Okay, and I've had this friend now for a year.
Well, who better than your best friend?
Excuse me?
Who better? Who do you know better than your best friend?
My mother.
All right, that's a little weird, but I understand.
That's off limits.
But I tried to tell her, that I had these feelings for her, and every time we drink together, stuff happens between us, like we make out or whatever. But one night, I wasn't really drunk. We had a couple beers, and I asked her to kiss me, and she said okay, and then we like kissed for like, I don't know, like 20 minutes, and then she had to leave. She had to go home because she has a boyfriend. She lives with her boyfriend.
She had to get some air.
Yeah, and so I
It was a
asked
long
her,
kiss, 20 minutes.
yeah, and then I asked her again if I could have one more, and then she did it again. And then when I asked her the third time, then she said that she didn't want to risk our friendship and things shouldn't be that way.
All right. So she's not interested in that kind of relationship.
Well, yeah, but why would she, kiss me?
Because she screwed up.
Right.
She kind of fell into it.
Yeah.
You know?
People do a lot of stuff on impulse. Don't you listen to this show? I mean, she has a few beers. She's kind of experimenting a little bit.
Felt good, you know.
Felt good at the time, but when clearer minds prevailed, she decided to stay with her boyfriend and keep up in her heterosexual relationship.
Yeah, but she says she loves me. She tells me that all the time.
But how does she love you?
Huh?
How?
I guess I would think more than friendship because she's always bumping into me and touching me.
You want to gamble? Yeah.
Sure.
We're gambling. Brandy?
Yeah.
We've heard enough to know we need to gamble on you.
Okay.
I mean, you feel those horrible boundaries here? You get that feeling everything's just, it's all over the place.
All right, putting Brandy on hold. Joey, do you have $1? I think you do, don't you? Didn't Drew give you $1?
No.
Drew, you're so damn cheap.
You took my $1 back.
Yeah, I had $1. I gave it to you. You gave it back to me.
I almost had $1.
You're going to put $3 down right now.
Oh, for Christ's sake, I only got $5.
Right.
Joey, do you have $1?
You know, I left my money in the hotel.
That is such a load of crap, man. Come on. You drank $40 worth of coffee
I'm
already.
serious, though. I really...
if I lose this $5, I'm going to be pissed.
I got a quarter.
All right, listen. Here's what I'm doing. I'm putting $5 down.
All right.
$1 for Joey. 1 is for me, and 1 is the one I hope you choke on for guessing Joey's age.
Okay.
Are you sure you're 45?
I'm not sure. I'm kind of jet lagged.
All right, but no, you got screwed up in your storytelling because the band was around since '74.
No,
you didn't get started in your
40,
20s.
I'm 45.
All right, Drew, you want to put $1 in? Or is the $1 I owe you the one that's in?
Correct.
All right, but I want change if you win this $5. Okay. What are we doing?
We're betting on Brandy.
I get so mired in the money aspect of the gambling that I forget what we're talking about. All right, so here's the situation. Brandy's 21. Brandy's lesbian. Brandy has a crush on her best friend. Brandy says she always gets crushes on her best friend. Her best friend is sort of pliable. I mean, when she's alone, she's had a few beers, she's willing to slip her the tongue.
Also,
but
poor boundaries.
Not very
Gets
interested.
sucked into things she doesn't want to do.
Who, Brandy does?
No, the girlfriend.
The girlfriend.
And then says, I love you, and doesn't really know what she's saying when she says that. And Brandy assumes that means, it's sort of a, erotic love.
All right. So, but meanwhile, Joey, what we're trying to do is figure out what's up with Brandy's past. What kind of environment does she come from?
She's screwed up.
All right. That's a good start. We will define screwed up when we come back to finish the gambling with Brandy.
LoveLine will be right back. Why? Because we like you.
Hey, it's LoveLine, kiddies. Phone number 1-800-LOVE-191. I'm Adam Carolla. That is Dr. Drew. Tonight, we have the legendary Joey Ramone.
That's me. I'm here.
From the Ramones, which, for my money, a great band. To me, the Ramones sort of, they took kind of a punk pace and attitude, but always had good harmonies. And
Punk paste?
Punk paste.
Punk paste. That like that coca paste?
No, not like P-A-S-T. Was there an E at the end of that? Mm-hmm. But P-A-C. Know what I mean?
Yes.
The beat.
P-A-C.
Yeah, I didn't
pace.
finish it off.
The pace.
Right. Right. They took that speed of the punk and the energy of the punk.
Speed of the punk.
But they kept some good harmonies, and it wasn't just all out, sort of bang your head stuff.
We were very eclectic.
Yeah, but it was almost sort of like.
But we were very primal.
Yeah, I mean,
we had a lot of diversion.
Had a real strong energy, but it sort of reminded.
Very complex.
No, I wouldn't say complex.
Well, you don't know the guys.
Well, no, the guys may be complex. I'm just talking about the music. The music to me was just good and simple. That's how I would.
It's the simple things that are the most complex.
Sheena is a punk rocker. Definitely one of my favorites.
I wrote that song.
That's why I'm kissing your butt now.
Oh, thanks, man.
So anyway, that would be Joey Ramone, and when we left off, we were gambling.
Well,
on
the
Brandy.
Ramones are a fun, exciting band.
Yeah, I would typify them as that.
Yes.
Are you guys broken up now, or do you just not play anymore?
We're broken up.
Was there falling out?
We all fell out, and we just decided to break up.
Do you talk? Do you like the guys? Do you talk to them?
No, I don't talk to them. We did our last show here after Lollapalooza,
right?
And we did the Palace, and we over this past year we put together a documentary that's it's the last show, the live last show, with friends and guests. Soundgarden, Rancid, Eddie Vedder,
Randy Travis, I think.
Yeah, and it's a documentary. But the first show we did at CBGB's, and it's really cool. So it's coming out November 25th. It's going to be a box set.
Oh, okay. So we can look for that. Until then, the Lifebeat charity is reaping the benefits of the We Will Fall CD, which is the Iggy Pop tribute CD, which Joey is the first cut on. And just to finish the plug here, show at the Viper Room on Thursday night. Doors open at 9. Tickets available at the Viper Room.
That's going to be mayhem.
I'm sure it will be. And then Wednesday, 6 p.m., autographs with Joey and D-Generation.
That's tomorrow.
Extra Fancy. Yeah, that's tomorrow at the Tower on Sunset Strip. How are those D-Generation guys doing?
They're great, man. They're a great band.
Do you want to talk about what else is on this CD?
Also, the 22 Jacks are backing me up, and they're a great band from L.A. And,
right.
Extra Fancy's playing, and
Red Hot Chili Peppers are on the CD. Joan Jett and the Black Hearts.
Blondie's on it.
Right.
That's Adolph's dog.
Great name for a band. And
Adolph's dog was named Blondie.
Is that right?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, that is right.
That's clever.
How did you know that? Adam?
I've seen like the those documentaries.
You have a strange
on the,
preoccupation with Hitler.
Yeah, we dated in the early
you want to write
early
your first,
30s.
Call your first book "My Plan."
I wanted to call our book "Our Plan."
All
right.
Monster Magnet's on there.
I just happen to know that I saw some documentary on him in the Crow's Nest or whatever, that retreat he had up in the Alps, and footage of him and his dog and Eva Braun running around. All right, anyway, back to the gambling.
Daniel Ray's on there.
All right, no more talk about them.
Some of the Misfits.
It's a good cause. I hope
it's
people
a good
buy
cause,
it.
and it's a great record.
Brandy is 21. Brandy's a lesbian. Brandy loves her girlfriend. Her girlfriend doesn't really love her or her best friend, and we think something's up with Brandy. So,
Joey has established that she is screwed up.
All right.
I wouldn't say she's screwed up. She's confused or something.
All right, but let's talk about her childhood, Joey.
Let's go back.
Let's turn the pages of the calendar back, Joey.
Let's turn.
What kind of environment did she grow up in? Where's her dad? Where's her mom? What's going on?
How do they treat her?
I'd say it's a broken home situation.
Okay.
And that's it.
She didn't get that puppy back when she...
All right, so they got divorced early? Mom and dad did?
Yeah.
How old? About how old?
How old? 9.
All right. Okay. Parents
8.
Divorced and no puppy. Drew?
No puppy.
No, you go first.
The Dalmatian never showed.
I will.
Dad said he'd bring the Dalmatian.
And he never showed.
He never He never came home.
I am going with. I always think I can jar myself into a good answer if I start it that way. Drew, you go because
No.
Oh, would you go, you bastard, please?
I'm going to go with some kind of really abusive history. Both parents addicts. She ends up in a foster home.
No love.
She was maybe sexually abused beginning at a young
Sexual
age.
abuse.
Yeah.
All right.
Really a bad path.
I'll go with Dad's an alcoholic.
Okay.
Dad's an alcoholic.
Yeah, that's what I'm going.
No.
Sorry.
Mom, what about Mom?
No boozing. Look, he didn't name her Brandy for nothing. Brandy?
Yes.
You're 21. What's the history like?
Well, I met my dad when I was 17, and I never seen him after that. My mom is a recovering drug addict. She's been clean for 10 months.
Let's go back, though, to before 17. You never knew your dad?
No, I never knew my father.
Mom was an addict. Did other addicts hang around the house?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And would some of them abuse you in some way?
Well, my stepdad, he, when I was younger, he used to beat me up. And he put me in the hospital twice.
Oh, boy.
And the second time, they took me away from him. But, yeah, there's a lot of sexual abuse in my...
Drew's making change. Bastard. What was your answer, Drew?
Addict parents, severe sexual abuse. Severe abuse and sexual abuse.
Give me another $1,
I don't
you
have
bastard.
that.
Well, then give me the $5 back.
No, I will get
no,
you I will get you another $1.
I will hold the $5 till
I'll
you get
hold
change.
your $1 until I get some change.
God is my witness. I better see that $1.
Don't worry about it. Keep it out of here.
All right.
This will lay in the balance.
What about my money?
No.
The dad...
You lost.
No, I didn't lose.
Hey, your parents divorced. They didn't even get divorced. You didn't even know
No,
him.
I said broken home, not divorce.
No, you said... Did you...
I said broken home.
Did you have a dad? Did you have a dog, Brandy?
One, yeah.
You did have a dog?
Yeah.
All right, screw you, Joey.
What kind of a dog?
Doesn't matter.
Sure it does.
What kind of dog?
A poodle.
All right.
All right, but Brandy, being raised in that...
Joey, you said she didn't have a dog.
That's understandable, the poodle.
But Brandy, being raised in that kind of environment
It's
is
the poodle
what
syndrome.
is what creates these kinds of chaotic, boundaryless relationships where you really don't know where you end and where she begins. You really are in a mess here. You don't really have any sense of what her needs are, what her desires are in the relationship. She's gotten sucked in. She has bad boundaries too, and she's sucked into this thing and is now involved more than she wants to be and is trying to get out. She loves you, she thinks, and she loves you like a friend, and she doesn't really know what that means because she's confused too. And she probably had a similar background to yours, right?
No, she was adopted, but she don't really know her parents.
All right.
She don't know her parents.
All right.
How old was she when she was adopted?
She was when she was a baby.
Okay. And was she
But
raised?
her adopted mother's like this wicked, like stepmother.
All right.
So she had a tough upbringing too.
All right, so Brandy, here's the nutshell of what's going on in your life. You had a horrible upbringing, and now your antenna is a little bit bent, and you don't understand certain things, like when someone's really not interested, and so on and so forth.
Yeah, and it kind of hurts. I mean,
I understand. But here's what you need to do. You need to not sort of act out for a little bit. You need to sort of clear up a little of the past, take care of a few emotional difficulties, and then you can go on and straighten your antenna out a little bit, and then you can go on and have good relationships. Until then, it's going to be frustrating. What? What do you want her to do? Shock therapy?
She's had a pretty rough go.
All right, you need some serious therapy. Is that what you're saying?
You had shock therapy?
Yeah, I did.
I'd like $1 for that, Drew.
Well, no, see, because I was treated for manic depression when I was like 14.
Yeah. Okay. And look, are you still in treatment or on medication?
I'm supposed to be, but I don't take it.
Get on the meds. It'll help you sort of clear up your thinking a little bit. The best advice I think we can give you is to lay low, don't be impulsive, and to try to deal with reality on reality's terms. If she tells you she's not into it, she's not into it. And even though she can't be totally honest with you, it has to couch it in terms of I love you and this.
All right.
She's not into it.
You got your money. Jen.
Yes.
You're 21. What's going on?
Well, a friend of mine and I started seeing one another several months ago. Relationship lasted about 3 months, and we are both mutual friends with our pastor's wife. Problem was...
You're both mutual friends with her pastor's...
With our pastor's wife.
Oh, with our pastor's wife.
Right. Come to find out,
okay,
they had been sleeping together.
All right, so you're sleeping with a young man, and he's getting it on with the pastor's wife.
Right.
Okay.
Why are you still with this guy?
I'm not. I haven't been.
Okay. So what do you want to know?
So what I want to know is he keeps kind of like filling me in on his
Why do you have
situation.
a relationship with him?
I've been trying not to.
Well, I understand that.
He keeps coming back to me.
And holding you down and giving you information into your ear?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly.
Physically restraining you?
No, not physically.
Okay. So get away
using
from
his powers of telepathy to render you...
Witchcraft.
Oh, witchcraft? Is he using witchcraft, Jen?
No.
All right, Jen. Do you want to be around the guy or not?
No.
All right, then why are you around him?
It's kind of hard to totally avoid him because
Are you kidding? I don't even see my neighbors.
we go to school together. That's the problem.
I'd kill myself if I had to go to school with my neighbors.
No, they'd kill themselves
All right,
first.
how big's the school? How many students?
About 5,500.
Okay,
Oh,
that's
come on.
enough. For Christ's sake, I work at a place with 15 people. I don't see half of them. Come on. Come on, Jen.
Just get rid of the guy.
Who cares?
He's
getting it on with, what do you care? He's getting on with the
and
clergyman's...
he's flaunting this material at you.
Why?
He knows it disturbs you. Who knows if it's even reality? He's a despicable guy.
Okay.
Get away from him. That's it.
The other problem is when I come into contact with her, I'm not quite sure
It's none of your business.
how to react or
Well,
not to.
it's none of your business, Jan.
Okay.
Don't react at all.
All right.
You just get out from...
How about making up a big, since she is a religious woman, how about making up like a big scarlet letter out of like foam core and shoestring them? Just hand it to her and tell her to put it around her neck.
Sounds like a good idea.
All right, Jen, stay away from that church.
All right.
Stay away from all churches.
All right.
Listen, you know how they have homeschooling?
Home churching now?
Home churching.
Everybody's parents will be...
Stay home and pray.
Yeah.
You pass a little basket around your living room, and you can actually have the TV on.
Hallelujah.
Which parent will be anointed?
The chosen one?
Yes. who will be the clergy in the house?
Drew, I haven't thought everything out.
Okay.
I know the baptisms take place in the tub.
Do you want to be the mohel?
I'd like to be the mohel for the Jewish religions, perform the circumcisions. I can tell you that the wafer, the body of Christ, would either be a cheese nip or a wheat thin.
I think it'd be a wheat thin.
You go with the wheat thin?
Yes.
Yeah, it looks more like a wafer.
That's in Joey's house, though. You're going to be the clergy. You'll select it.
Yeah, I think the little, what are the little round, the Ritz.
How about the Nilla wafers?
Oh, Nilla wafers. Now there's the body of Christ. Listen, I haven't tasted Christ in a long time, but I got to believe the Nilla wafer would be the closest Christ-esque tasting form of snack out there. Wouldn't you say, Joey?
You know, I think that would make a very good product.
Body of Christ Nilla wafers? Or they just,
I think it'd be a hot seller, you know.
It really would.
It would, you know.
Well, you put Michael Jordan on the box of Wheaties. Why can't you put Christ on the Nilla wafers? If any of the folks from Nabisco are listening right now and went in on this action, Joey and I are splitting the money up.
The religious right and all that, I mean, it'd be a hot, you know.
Yeah. All right. When we come back, Joey and I are going to work out the whole home churching thing.
Right. I think there's a big payoff here.
Oh, yeah. We're set for life.
Yes, we are.
The phone number for LoveLine, 1-800-LOVE-191. Call now, all you sick kids. LoveLine will be right back.
This is how the
This
is how news agencies are going to end up completely nobody's going to rely on them for information.
Right.
They're not going to believe anything that comes out.
You can only cry El Nino so many times before you become the boy that cried El Nino.
Yeah.
Joey Ramone is here. Dr. Drew's here. I'm here. And we will be back in 10 seconds.
This is LoveLine on
Radio
Station.
Name of the show is LoveLine. I'm Adam Carolla, Dr. Drew. Joey Ramone is here.
Christ, those are good crackers.
Of the Ramones. And when we last left off, we were working out our home churching. That is my answer to homeschooling. Eventually, never have to leave the house.
We may need to be in that.
You can work from your house via the computer. and a fax machine. You got a telephone there. You do the homeschooling there. You get the surround sound system worked out. Get movies delivered to the house, and with the home churching,
right,
I think that's fine. We've worked out the basket would just go in a circle around the living room. The tub would be used when people
home is where the heart is.
Where people this close to shutting that mic off, Joey. We'd throw people in the tub for the baptism, and then the Nilla wafer would become the official body of Christ. And I think if you stamped Jesus' head right into the Nilla wafer, I think you really got something there. I don't know why all this stuff is always blasphemy. This is good press.
You wouldn't have to stamp it in. You could just make one of those color, little...
it's the 90s, man. You can do anything.
Yeah.
I mean, anything goes.
I know. Now that the Ramones have sort of been phased out, how about opening a new chapter in Joey Ramone's life, the entrepreneurial chapter, where we go in together on this Nilla wafer Christ endeavor?
I'm in.
All right, good. You have some capital?
Yeah, I got $1.
Drew, you made change for me?
There you go.
Joey's got some change in case there's some gambling coming up, and Joey's here because, he's got a few things going on, but they're all connected to this Iggy Pop tribute album.
I got a few things that aren't connected to that.
Yeah.
But, yeah. Well,
but tonight you're here to talk about this.
This is what brought me here. El Nino and Iggy Pop.
We Will Fall is the name of the tribute CD. It has Chili Peppers and Joan Jett and Joey Ramone and many other notables on it, and the proceeds...
Adolf's dog.
Right, Lucky. I mean, Blondie. That was his cat's name. The proceeds are going to Lifebeat, which is an organization that helps educate about, what's that, AIDS?
Yeah.
Can't we funnel some of that money into prostate cancer, Drew?
Talk to Lifebeat.
How many people have AIDS how many people die of AIDS each year, Drew?
I don't know the number offhand. I mean, it's
a hell of a lot less
it's
than
staggering.
A hell of a lot
prostate
less than
cancer.
Prostate cancer. Yeah.
How much money spent on AIDS?
A hell of a lot more.
Okay, that's enough then. Let's just allocate it to something else. I've had enough of this. I want it to go. I want whatever the biggest killer of humans are. I'd like the most money going there, and then all the way down the line to wherever you are on the list. If you're 18th on the list, you get the 18th amount of money.
A cure for cancer would be nice.
Yeah, I'll go for that too. All right, so we're going to hear something off of the Iggy Pop tribute album, We Will Fall. This is Joey's cut, coincidentally, and this one is called 1969. That would be Joey Ramone doing 1969, one of Iggy Pop's songs, and it is off the Iggy Pop tribute album called, what the hell is that? We Will Fall. A man who's, I don't believe there's ever been a photograph of Iggy Pop while wearing a shirt. I've never seen the man wearing a shirt.
He doesn't have any shirts.
He doesn't own a shirt?
He doesn't own a shirt. No.
What's he do it like if there's a funeral or something? Does he just show up in his underwear, or you think he puts a shirt on?
No, he shows up in his underwear.
It just doesn't seem like... I'd be pissed if it was my funeral and Iggy showed up in his underwear.
But he wears a tie.
But what's it around? All right, come on. Where's the drum kit, engineer Mike, please?
Look, it's empty in there.
Empty. The women are all looking at the pornography in the next room. We have such a crack staff here. Ann wants to know why she don't get a raise. Look at her. She's in there watching pornography. All right, Joey Ramone is our guest, and it's back to the phones we go. Brandon.
Yeah.
You're 19.
Yep. I just had a question for Joey, and I just want to know what he thinks about the bands that do cover albums of them.
Well, when they do good cover songs, I think that's, or like if they do, more original versions. I mean, it's flattering and it's really cool when someone covers your song, but it's when they kind of, make it their own.
Oh, yeah?
Or they write something like Motorhead doing, Lemmy wrote that song, Ramones, that was great. And I don't know, but it's great.
Do you get any money off of that?
What?
When someone covers your song?
I guess if it gets any airplay or something.
I would always think it would be flattering, even if they screwed it up.
I don't really care. I mean, I just it's flattering, and it's nice to be appreciated.
What you're saying is if they're going to remake something, they might as well remake it instead of just come out with something that sounded like the first one.
Yeah, that's
otherwise it's kind of redundant.
I mean, that's how I feel. I mean, other people might feel differently about that.
Any other questions for Joey, Brandon?
No. All right. Thanks a lot.
All right.
All right. Bye.
Bye. Hannah.
Hello?
Hey, you're 16.
Ever since my parents divorced, my dad has refused to see me, and I want to know how I can repair a relationship.
How long ago did they get divorced?
Their divorce was final in June.
Why is he refusing to see you?
I don't know.
So has it been since June that you've seen your dad?
Well, I've tried to talk to him, and he changed his phone number. And
hold on, Hannah.
Yeah.
Let me go ahead and ask that one again. Has it been since June that you've seen your dad?
I've seen him, but he won't talk to me.
When did you last see him?
Well, 2 weeks ago, I showed up at his house to talk to him, and he threw me out. And then, 2 days after that, I went and he tried to have me arrested for trespassing.
And what does he say the reason for this is?
He doesn't say why. He remarried in July, and they're expecting a baby in May.
Divorced in June, remarried in July?
Uh-huh.
And what does your mom say about this?
She won't talk about him. She hates him.
Did you ever have any kind of relationship with your father in the past?
Yeah.
So
a great relationship.
you were close with your father in the past?
Yeah.
You had a good relationship. While your mom and your dad were having a falling out, did you take someone's side, or was there ever any incident that we need to know about?
No, I didn't even know they were getting a divorce until a month before it was final.
All right, so here's what you're saying. Let me recap, because I know there's something wrong here.
Yeah.
You and your dad have a
perfect relationship.
And then let's not go too far here and be a-holes. You had a decent relationship all the way through your life until you were 16 years old, almost ready to move out of the house. Then, unbeknownst to you, he has a falling out with mom and gets a divorce.
Within a month.
And now...
And a month later...
You show up at his house to try to rekindle a relationship with him or continue a relationship with him, and he throws you off his property and wants you to be arrested.
And his now new wife and child are there.
Is that right, Hannah?
Yeah.
Okay, listen, here's what's going on. Either he has a brain tumor or you're lying. You're leaving something out. There's a crucial part of this story that you're not telling us. What is it?
There really isn't. I mean...
All right, then he has a tumor. You guys got along fine for 16 years. Now you got divorced, and you come to his property, and he wants to call the cops?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, and that doesn't fit for
No,
me either.
we don't buy it. Something's up.
What? Tell us about your dad. What does he do for a living?
He's a pediatrician.
Are you in school right now?
Uh-huh.
Uh-huh. Have you gotten busted for pot or prostitution or anything like that?
No.
You've not gotten any kind of trouble?
No.
No.
Is getting a divorce. I just didn't find out.
Is there a boyfriend? Do you have a boyfriend?
No.
So there's nothing that you do that your dad disapproves of?
No, and he, after he had tried to have me arrested, I took a couple of boxes of Benadryl, and he didn't come to the hospital, and the judge found out, so he ordered my dad to go to a therapist with me, and he relinquished all parental rights.
All parental rights.
Yeah.
All right.
It's bizarre.
It's like I said, either
Something is
there's
really
something
missing
that
here.
you're leaving out of the story, or dad has a brain tumor.
Yeah, or dad is, or maybe dad was a terribly disturbed person to begin with, and you just weren't aware of that.
Does dad drink?
Yeah.
Does he do drugs?
No.
What does your mom do for a living?
He's a CRNA.
A what?
A CRNA, a nurse anesthetist.
And what does she say is going on here?
He refuses to talk about it. And it's a big deal because I'm always trying to go over there.
Where's your mom now?
At work.
Can we call her?
Can you call her?
Yeah, we want to talk to her about this.
Surgery.
I mean, there's something really missing here.
This is more important than surgery.
Yeah.
This is good radio.
No,
Yeah, there's something going on. All right, listen, Hannah.
Yeah.
I have two things I have to say. Although I believe you're leaving something out of the story.
And maybe just she's not aware of it.
There may be something you're not aware of. All right, here's the situation, Hannah. Your dad sounds pretty despicable, and there's no reason why you should beg him for a relationship. I know it's a bitch, but if the guy's going to get out the rock salt shotgun when you start heading up the stairs,
You're
for
his biological
daughter.
Yeah.
People don't become despicable assholes all of a sudden or because of some event.
No, like for me, it was a slow and gradual.
Yeah.
change.
Well, you've been
Yeah.
despicable most of your
Yeah, but the asshole part didn't come on until much later into my
Yes,
20s.
I think that's true.
Joey,
But-
when did you become a despicable asshole? I'd say early, late 30s, possibly. You were a late bloomer, weren't you?
No, I'm not. I don't know. I guess I'm despicable to people that have a problem with me.
That was just a joke question. You're
I know you guys are so funny, man. You know, you
All
guys
right,
are.
Please.
If I had a problem, I'd come right to you.
Thank you. We appreciate that.
But the point is, people don't become. I mean, this is despicable for a father to treat his daughter like this. And either he already had very serious problems, a sociopath, something's wrong with him, or he has a brain tumor, like Adam says, or there's something really
Alzheimer's.
left out, something just terribly missing from the story that you're maybe either not aware of or not willing to talk about.
All right, so Hannah.
It sounds like there's something going on that maybe she's not aware of.
Yeah.
Hannah.
Yeah.
Try not to take it too personally, even though I know that's impossible. This is the what hell Hannah must be going through.
What about the
new marriage?
The new marriage.
What about the stepmom? Have you met her?
No.
Hey, here's a theory I'm putting together. Stepmom could be evil and could have told Daddy, if I see anybody from the previous family, ex-wife, kids, nanny, whoever, you're in a world of hurt. Sometimes stepmoms come in and they don't want anything to do with the past. Your dad could be trying to protect his current relationship through not having contact with you, in which case, still despicable, still an a-hole.
But pathetic despicable. instead of,
Pathetic, despicable a-hole.
And spineless.
Yeah, spineless pathetic.
But come up with an acronym with that. I give it as the pathetic, PD, spineless, PDSA syndrome.
SPDA.
The sputter.
Spineless, pathetic, despicable.
All right.
Sounds like a kiss song.
Hannah?
Yeah.
I know you're in a lot of pain. You need to talk to your mom, and you need to say, listen, Mom, whatever was between you and Dad is between you and Dad.
I also don't know why Mom is not talking.
And I don't know what
It's also something's missing there.
There's something missing to this whole story, which is both your parents sound like heinous people to me. And you said your childhood was sort of okay
and
up
she
until
sounds,
this
and
point.
Hannah sounds okay, basically.
Hannah, you sure there was no shenanigans in the family?
I know he had an affair.
He had an affair.
Yeah.
But was there any abuse? Any, you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, kind of.
What kind of abuse?
He would like hit my mom.
He hit your mom.
Yeah.
What's this guy say? He's a pediatrician. What a wonderful guy. I want to get his name so I can bring my kids there. All right. So Hannah, the guy's not quite the guy you sort of made him out to be at the beginning, though. I mean, he drinks, he's violent, right?
Yeah.
See, now it's starting to make better sense.
Starting to come into focus a little bit. He's not a good guy, right?
But he's my dad.
Has he ever been in criminal?
I know, but
trouble?
listen, my dad was a crappy dad too. I can say that.
Has he ever had any criminal problems?
No.
Okay.
The law hasn't caught up to him. Hannah?
Yeah.
I know your mother hates your dad, and I understand he's your dad. I understand you have a relationship with him. I don't know if you need to see him.
Was your mom abused when she was younger?
I don't know.
She don't know. I don't know if you need to see a guy who's physically abusive and an alcoholic and who's willing to call the cops on his own daughter. I don't know that that's a relationship that you need to have. I would, as tough as it may seem, try to just take a break from this one, and then he'll come back crawling on his knees in about a few years from now.
Yeah. Yep.
Especially when your rap career takes off. That's when he really comes back. But Hannah, seriously, talk to your mom and say to your mom, listen, I don't care what went on between you and Dad. Here's what's going on with me and Dad. Can you help me with this at all? I'd like to call in a airstrike on this one, Drew.
Yeah, perhaps. Yeah. What would flesh this out is mom was physically abused when she was younger. It shows this sociopathic guy that got on and did well in his professional career, but his interpersonal life was a total mess. And adding to that chaos, and God knows what happened to him when he was growing up.
Oh.
Finally had an affair. And, of course, the mom reacts violently to that and kicks him out, and then the chaos just explodes.
It just kills me when
sounds
people...
like my dad.
Was your dad a jerk?
Nah.
Yeah, all right, guy.
I mean, when I grew up, I had a tough time. But,
right. Did you grow up poor?
No.
What'd your dad do?
Well, he had a trucking company.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Is he a Teamster?
No.
No. Was he involved with the mob?
No.
I didn't know you could have a trucking company in New York and not be under some sort of mob rule.
No, he fought the mob.
Oh, he did?
Yeah.
That sounds like a good idea. All right, so, but your folks got divorced?
Yeah, when I was about 8.
And did your dad drink?
My father was abusive, you know.
He was?
Yeah.
Physically?
Yeah, physically abusive.
To you?
To me and to my mom.
And all the other Ramones, or just you?
He beat up all the Ramones.
And he didn't get the drummer and the bass player, did he? No, but seriously, so did your mom kick him out?
I don't want to get into this.
All right, your mom kicked him out.
Yeah, my mom's tough.
Good.
You don't want to mess with my mom.
No, so you probably got that from your mom then. I mean, your strength.
I got my strength from myself. I've always been I've always toughed things out.
Right. All right.
That's one thing about the Ramones, though. Everyone
been through a lot.
Yeah, like the School of Hard Knocks.
Now, do you talk to your dad anymore?
Well, yeah. Actually, I stopped talking to my dad a couple of years ago, and because he was just very abusive, like just overall.
Well, here's the situation
And then from not and then I stopped talking to him. And then for about 6 months, and then I kind of thought to myself, well, he doesn't even know why I stopped talking to him.
Right.
You know, because he was always like he had a one-track mind, like I'm right, you're wrong kind of thing. And so I called him up to kind of tell him why I wasn't talking with him.
Right.
And
that sucks though when you have to tell somebody why you're not talking to him.
And he didn't understand. But his girlfriend, like, I was talking with her, and she totally understood, because he was that way with her too.
But did he ever apologize for his past?
He called me up one day. I told him, everything. I just tell him how I felt.
Right.
And he said, "Can we clean the slate and start over?"
That's his way of apologizing.
That was his way of apologizing.
Right.
And then from that point on, I mean, I would just tell him everything,
Right.
like how he kind of hurt me in the past, and if because he would kind of get his kicks off by abusing you.
Right.
You know what I mean? And so every time he'd do that, I just jumped down his throat, let him know.
Right.
Then he started
But that's the only way.
he started coming around,
It's funny, but that's probably the way the guy knows. That's all he knows, and that's like therapy. It's like calling him an a-hole is therapy and telling him to shut up when he starts getting into that abusive stuff.
But now I have a really good relationship with him.
Good.
He's a good sick guy, and I can relate to that.
Good.
I'm a good sick guy too.
It was funny. About 20 minutes ago, Joey said, "I don't want to talk about this."
I don't get it.
It feels good now,
It
doesn't
feels
it,
good.
Joey?
It's like an exorcism. I feel much better.
It's cathartic. All right.
It's cathartic.
Drew, you come back, tell us how much you hate your dad. All right?
In the meantime, we'll just leave Joey alone in the studio here.
After this.
Yo, G. The phone number for LoveLine is 1-800-LOVE-191. LoveLine. Right back.
Hi, this is Jonathan.
And this is David from Korn, and you're listening to LoveLine
with Adam Carolla and Dr. Drew.
I was wearing my Korn shirt today. We Will Fall is the name of the Iggy Pop tribute CD that Joey Ramone is here to promote tonight, as well as the in-store at the Tower Record on Sunset. That would be tomorrow at 6 p.m. with autographs from D-Generation and Extra Fancy. And then there's a show Thursday night at the Viper Room. Doors open at 9. Tickets available at the Viper Room. And could you peel Joey away from the Pamela and Tommy Lee video there and bring him in here? Please. Oh, he's coming? I bet he is. All right, Joey Ramone will be in here in a matter of moments. So far, everyone's seen this video except for Dr. Drew and myself. I'm not doing it for principle.
Spiritual reasons.
Spiritual reasons, and Drew isn't because other people are here. I mean, let's call a spade a spade. Joey's now entered the room.
Yes.
Did you watch the video there, Joey?
Yeah, I didn't really see too much.
Really?
I just saw that stud, that Tommy Lee. He's quite the stud.
Yeah, it was a open forum going on in the hall between all the ladies about Tommy's unit.
Tommy.
They talk about, women are constantly talking about how size doesn't matter, but show them a big penis and begins a 2-hour debate.
See that?
Yeah. I've never heard so much big penis talk in my life. I wanted to just curl up into the fetal position and weep. Not a bad deal for Tommy, though. I mean, there could be worse things than the world finding out you have a huge penis.
We were eavesdropping to that entire conversation.
Yeah, we're listening to you guys out in the hall with your... the conversation swung from Tommy's huge penis to...
Pamela's plastic surgery.
Pamela's plastic surgery.
What a funny penis you've got.
It's very peculiar.
Tommy's plastic
She looks
surgery.
hot. She looks great. She's got a great body, so we're not putting her down. So.
We were listening to you guys in the hall. Her lips are fake. She's got fake eyelashes. Her liver is been augmented. There's no part of her that is real. All right, but if you got to go fake, that's the way to go. By the way. All right, so Joey Ramone is here. Phone number 1-800-LOVE-191. I got all the plugs out for you, Joey, with the autograph signing and
that's good, man.
and the CD title and
You're doing a good job. I'm telling you.
Thank you. I aim to please. Matt?
Oh.
Yeah.
You're 27.
Hi. Well, I have two questions. Does smoking weed cause infertility?
No.
Okay. Doesn't?
Not it can decrease your sperm count. It can increase estrogen levels. It may cause birth defects.
Yeah.
There's some theories about that circulating around.
Yeah. So it'll increase your sperm count?
Decrease your sperm count.
Oh, decrease?
Matt.
Yeah.
You're not going to remember this conversation tomorrow. Why bother?
Well,
and that is what pot will do to you.
Matt, are you writing this down?
No.
All right. Well, you should write this down.
What?
Oh, boy.
The conversation that we're currently having.
Yeah.
Because in 5 minutes, when you hang the phone up and you're knee deep in Pabst Blue Ribbon and Peter Pan Extra Chunky.
Well, I have another question too.
Just shut up and listen. You're not going to remember what Drew said about the whole sperm count.
Well, he said that I can't remember. I couldn't hear if he said it decreases the sperm count or increases.
That's why I want you to write it down.
Okay, I'll write it down.
Go get a piece of paper and a pencil.
Okay, hold on.
All right, well, hold on.
Oh.
Okay.
Did you get one already?
Yeah.
That's not the pen you use to ream out the bong, is it?
No.
No, that's another pen?
I don't like bongs. I like papers.
Oh, really?
Bongs waste too much weed.
Oh, yeah, they do because it pops down into the water?
No, it smokes too fast.
Yeah, but then what do you do with the roach?
I smoke it in a can.
Oh, you like
sometimes a pipe, sometimes a can.
Uh-huh. And then when there's nothing left, do you just lick your index finger, rub it in the ashes, and then rub it on your
Oh, you
gum?
mean like- yeah.
You get like a pot freeze going?
Well,
all right.
yeah, it gets pretty
All right, so Matt, write this down.
Okay.
Marijuana can decrease your sperm count.
Oh, decrease?
Don't write decrease. Just put a minus sign.
An arrow going down.
And don't even write the word sperm. Just draw something that looks like sperm.
Yeah. All right.
Remember that TV show Concentration?
Yeah. No, it's like a Pictionary or
Yeah.
Win, Lose, or Draw. Get Burt Reynolds to draw this riddle. Okay, so the marijuana can lower your sperm count.
Yeah.
All right, but here's the next note. It doesn't render you infertile.
Okay. That's cool.
So write minus and then the picture of sperm, but then at the bottom of that write plus and then draw a zygote.
Psycho? Psycho?
Psycho.
Oh, Matt, what do you do for a living?
Well, I'm a part-time carpenter.
Oh, yeah.
Finished carpenter, and I'm a musician.
I've worked with 1,000 guys, 1,000 Matts in my life.
Is that right?
Yeah. All part-time carpenters are stoners.
Is that right? Why is that?
Well, hey.
I don't know.
How about the full-time carpenters?
They're into heroin.
Oh, okay.
No. Marijuana is a very carpentry is a very marijuana-oriented thing. It has something to do with, first off, you can't get a regular job like where you have to actually put a tie on and sit in an office and stuff.
You can't
'cause
tolerate
it's
that.
not going to work because you cuss too much,
Right.
and you smell, and you don't have more than one shirt and that kind of stuff.
And you don't like the man.
So you have to kind of work in an environment. Plus, you have to have a kind of job where if the surf's up, you can get the hell out of there early, or you can just not show up that day.
Right.
It's just one of those sort of hang-loose jobs. You can work in shorts. You need to work in shorts if you smoke a lot of weed.
Now, is that rebellion against the man, do you think? Or is that against parents?
No, it's just you smoked a lot of weed, you're kind of stupid, and
You're
it's
out of
hard to
control.
fill out a job application. You can't fill out a job application. And in carpentry, you don't need an application. You either do it or you can't,
But
right?
doesn't
Right, Matt?
somebody like assess your work? Listen to that laugh.
Well, you're being assessed by other guys who smoke a lot of weed, so it's cool.
And so they recommend you for jobs and things? Or they hire you?
Matt's no great carpenter. He's too screwed up for that. But he's like an apprentice. He helps out a little. He can operate a chop saw stone.
And I have another question, okay?
Without sawing his hands off?
Now let me ask you a question, Matt.
What?
Matt?
Yeah.
If you're doing, let's say, baseboard.
Base sports?
Oh, see?
Wow,
Go
Matt.
ahead. Go ahead.
Baseball.
Oh, baseball?
No, oh, man.
Oh, Matt.
I can't understand what you're saying.
Matt, but this can't all be marijuana, is it? There's not enough marijuana on the planet.
For what?
Oh. All right, Matt, let me ask you a baseboard-related question.
Okay, baseboard.
All right, you're doing an inside corner on some baseboard, like where two walls meet.
Yeah.
And you're putting the baseboard together.
Yeah.
Do you do two 45s and then put those together to make a 90, or do you run one with a butt cut to the wall and do like a coping cut on it?
Well, you do a 45, and then see, I'm not the main.
No, we know you're not the architect there, Matt, but you do two 45s.
I don't cut. I nail and I screw the countertops on.
Okay.
And I lay the baseboard down and I see what he cuts and everything. But
Do they actually call that? Do they actually call that carpentry?
I don't cut, huh?
Do you get stoned at work?
No.
You don't?
No.
But you get stoned in the morning before you go in. Yes. Yeah. Of course you do. Yeah. It's great. You know, it's funny. The marijuana's affirmative sound is the watch. I'll do a recreation.
Do you get stoned?
Hold on, Drew. Ask me some. Just ask me some questions.
What do you do? Do you use 245s or do you carve out the baseboard?
No.
Matt, do you get stoned at work?
No.
Do you get stoned at work?
No.
Come on, Matt. Do you get stoned at work?
No, you a-hole.
Do you get stoned at breakfast before you go to work?
Drew, what's wrong with you, by the way?
I don't know.
Do you know what? Did you have to ask me 3 times whether I got stoned at work?
Well,
please. How come whenever we do one of those reenactments, Drew,
I screwed up.
I try to find the weakest role for you, but it's still difficult.
You're right.
All right. So what was Matt? Now I got a contact high going. What happened to Matt? He hang up or something?
Evidently.
Oh, okay.
No, he's still there.
No, he hung up.
I can still smell him. All right, Matt, easy on the pot, would you, buddy?
Oof.
I don't know what comes first with some people, the stupid or the pot, but it is a very dangerous combination.
Pot makes stupid. It just does.
Yeah,
especially if you start at a young age. They just don't develop properly.
All right, but Einstein could smoke 1 kilo a week and he would not be stupid. He'd just not be motivated.
Right.
You know what I mean? What Matt's condition, Matt was 27.
Right.
I know guys that have toked out every day since, the 10th grade, and they're not in that sort of condition. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and some of it you're suggesting maybe is that he was dumb to begin with, so to speak, and some of it maybe he was more biologically.
Well, don't get me wrong. I like pot, but let's be honest here. It makes the dumb dumber. It makes the lazy lazier, and it makes the hungry hungrier.
But it may be that he's more biologically predisposed to some of the damaging
and
effects.
It makes the horny hungrier too. It doesn't really make you more horny.
You know, I mean, maybe
All right.
some people are more sensitive to these damaging effects, and maybe they
All
just
right.
don't develop because of it.
Matt should never smoke another joint in his life. He
But
shouldn't even listen to a Bob Marley record.
That will never happen. He's an addict, and either he'll switch to speed or alcohol, or he has to get treated. He will not stop smoking pot.
All right. And Matt, by the way, you're not fooling anybody. I mean, you have a 15-second conversation with you, Matt, and you know you're pretty effed up on the weed. Whether you smoked it 10 minutes ago or earlier that morning or whenever it was, it's affecting you. So please understand that other people know. I don't want to bum your high. Don't get me wrong. I think marijuana is fine in moderation, done responsibly. But, Matt, you've used up your allotment. As a matter of fact, you've smoked the weed I'm supposed to smoke in the next 40 years. You've done it all now. You're getting into other people's drugs now. I believe there should be a certain allotted amount of drugs for everybody, Drew. You know what I'm saying?
A lifetime allotment?
Yeah. For instance, like, I don't know. You get like, everyone gets like 20 lids or something like that. You know, is a lid, 2 fingers, dime bag. I don't know what they're doing anymore. Everyone gets 20 ounces every 20 years. Make it 20 ounces every 5 years. That's too much. All right, anyway. I got a contact high. And we'll be back with Joey Ramone. Joe, you don't smoke any pot, do you?
I used to.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, I stopped. I don't do anything.
You don't?
No.
Takes the wind out of your sails a little bit, doesn't it?
I smoke crack every so.
Just a little, every once in a while?
Yeah, just
Okay.
Shoot it between my toes or something.
Okay.
No, I'm off that stuff. I had my fun, you know.
Right.
Yeah.
But you grew up.
Yeah, you know. Now it's like an alternative high, you know. being off that.
Ann wants to break. That's why she's going nuts over there.
No, we can't break.
No, we can't?
No.
I think we can.
Okay.
All right.
Welcome to the biggest show on earth. Thrills galore. The strangest freaks. The highest acrobats. And the funniest clowns.
LoveLine. We'll be right back.
Hi, this is Tori Amos, and you're listening to LoveLine with Adam Carolla and Dr. Drew.
Oh, boy. It's LoveLine. I'm Adam Carolla. That is Dr. Drew. Who was that, Engineer Mike? I didn't.
Tori
Tori
Amos.
Amos. Now, what is Tori Amos up to? Where is she? We got to get her in here. We miss Tori. Again, Joey Ramone is here. Life Beat is the name of the charity that the Iggy Pop tribute record that he is on, We Will Fall, is that's where all the money's going. So it's a worthy cause. It's a good CD. It's got, it's all Iggy Pop songs. And then it has guys like Joey Ramone and Red Hot Chili Peppers and Misfits and Joan Jett and a bunch of other rock and rollers doing the Iggy Pop stuff. And
Stooges.
I hear
Stooges Iggy Pop.
Right. What was that? Early Iggy Pop?
Yeah, that was the Stooges. That was his first. Well,
I hear the first $10 of the proceeds gathered from the sales of this CD are going to go toward buying Iggy a shirt. I don't know. It's on the line.
A Hawaiian shirt.
There's a picture of the back of it of him in a jockstrap. What is that? What are we supposed to do? Bang our head or jack off or what's going on here?
I don't get it.
I don't know. I don't get it either. But anyway, Iggy's
banging our head and jacking off the same thing.
Iggy's in a jockstrap in the back, and in the front, old picture with again the shirt is off.
Iggy's the best, man.
Yeah, I know. We've had Iggy on the show, and Iggy's like two different guys. Iggy on stage is an animal, and then when he sits here, he's like
he's just an intellectual being.
Yeah, intellectual
specimen.
Guy. He's got a place in Mexico, hangs out in Mexico half the year.
Yeah, well.
No, I don't blame him.
Not a bad life.
Oh, but wait till this godforsaken El Nino hits him. Boy, is he in a world of hurt.
That's right.
Oh, as God is my witness, it better start raining soon, because all I've heard today out here at you people who don't live in Los Angeles, thank your lucky stars, because we have the world's most dysfunctional weathermen in the nation. They have to be, because they are so wrong so often that it's way beyond
You don't have Al
comedy.
Roker, huh? Al Roker?
No, we don't have Al Roker.
Yeah, Al Roker's the man.
I think what we need to do is we need to get some sort of weatherman exchange program where we take all the tards who reside in Los Angeles and send them to other places that have weather in exchange for people that have some brains and some experience to tell us what's going on. I've been hearing about this goddamn El Nino all day today.
Matt probably be a good weatherman.
Who?
That Matt.
Oh, Matt.
Matt.
It's not the weatherman. The guy's
Wait, who's
reports
Matt?
the weather. Matt, the retarded.
Oh, Matt the
stoner.
stoner. See? Joey's some more on top of it than I am.
See, I remember.
Yeah, Matt would be good. He'd be up there going, there's going to be some
clouds, man.
Clouds. And then, look at one of those clouds. It looks like Jimi Hendrix.
But it's not the guys that report it.
That's
it's
pretty
the
unique.
Meteorologists that send them the information. That seems to be
somebody's effing up.
And then the news again. The news sort of production that has insisted it be hyped and hyped and hyped.
Dr. Weatherby.
It has been nothing but threats of flooding and rain and El Nino all day today. That's all I've heard about today. Meanwhile, it hasn't rained a drop in over 24 hours. There's going to be 3 storms. One of them has passed. 2 more are rolling in, and it's going to be biblical type rain for the next 5 days, well into the weekend.
Yeah.
Now what's going to happen, Drew? Is it raining outside?
It went down to Mexico.
Oh, not raining. Not going to happen.
No.
Good. I want some payback now. Oh, these bastards. I'm telling you, weathermen should all just slide under the desk and start performing fellatio. That's where they could do their best work in the newsroom. And let's just extend sports another 3 minutes and do away with these schmucks.
It's not the
they do
weatherman's
nothing.
fault. It's not the weatherman's
Well, how many times do you have to get up there and be wrong before you realize that your sources are
Now
bad?
think about it. It's not the weather guys. It's the anchors going. It's coming. It's coming. Here comes this huge storm. Right?
You know what we need to do?
Well, they definitely play it up.
Yeah.
Forget about the meteorologists and the weather reports and the satellites.
You know, when a lot of these newscasts, they talk about these horrible things, and they kind of like say it in a happy manner.
Now, here's what I would like to propose in at least Los Angeles. One of 2 methods for gathering the weather. Either we go with an Indian guy, because the Indians know what's going on. They put their ear to the ground. They tell you what's going on.
Stick,
the divining rod.
The divine rod.
Yeah, they could use that. So either go with a full-blooded Comanche, or, and this would be a much better source for accurate weather, and tell me this wouldn't be more accurate, we get some guy on the street, remember Rooster or Huggy Boy or Huggy Bear or whatever his name was from Starsky and Hutch.
Right.
Just some big, tall black guy wearing a full-length raccoon coat and a purple hat. And we go down and we talk to him, and we slip him $20. It's going to rain tonight, Huggy Bear? I don't know. My memory is not so good. Here's $20. 20% chance. I swear it would be more accurate. It really would.
The divine rod, I think.
We'll give Huggy Bear the divining rod, or Rooster, or whatever. We need a pimp to find out about the weather. Pimps would be better, more accurate in
Pimps
their weather
are us.
Predictions
Susie.
than the weathermen.
Susie,
Hi.
what's up?
Oh, this and that. Rain up here in Portland.
Good.
Yeah.
Oh, boy.
They're right. They're right.
There are flash flood warnings out here. If you're living in the mountains, foothills, or coastal
There's
areas.
a blizzard coming, water spouts.
Well, I'm a native Southern Californian, so I know what you're talking about. Anyway.
Where's the sun?
Pardon me?
Where's the sunshine?
Where's the sunshine?
Yeah.
Down in L.A.
Not here.
My question for you guys is pretty open-ended. I was married, and before I married my ex-husband, I knew that he tested positive for HIV, but I married him anyway because I was truly in love with him. And it turned out to be a very short and very abusive relationship, and so I did leave. And it's been about 6 years since I left him. However, I get pretty nervous when I meet somebody that I feel like I may want to get involved with. I know that I'm fine, and I've been tested enough to where they said, okay, don't come back anymore because you're really okay. But when you're starting to get to know somebody, when do you make the decision to tell them information that they're going to want to know? And they, I think, have a right to know. But there's a point
hold
where
on a second, Susie. I'll tell you what's more pertinent information for your potential partners is the fact that you're screwy enough to marry an abusive guy who is HIV positive.
Well,
I mean, that's a more pressing issue to me. Yeah. This is 6 years ago. You've been tested 1,000 times. You don't have the virus. That's moot. What's not moot is whatever's going on with you psychologically that got you into this relationship.
Yep.
And it's got you, sort of overly obsessed and paranoid with this aspect of it.
Well, I think, to say that it's kind of hard to judge someone from a minute of what I'm telling you on the phone.
We got you all figured out.
Now,
listen, you married a guy who was HIV positive, which is a very a difficult thing to do. I mean, that takes a lot of soul searching. That's a very difficult decision. I applaud it, but it's a very difficult decision. 6 months into it, the guy turns out to be physically abusive and whatnot. Something's going on with you.
This is what you'd sort of throw under the umbrella of codependency, and we predict that you had a.
Well, that's why I left the situation, and I didn't stay in it.
And we get some points for that.
That's right.
I mean,
that's why we predict you had like maybe an alcoholic dad who was somehow not available or abusive with you.
Okay, but beyond that stuff, I mean,
would that be true?
Absolutely true.
Wait in a minute. We can't know anything about her, though, Adam.
No, we don't know anything. We just talked to you for a minute.
But when you're saying that...
Hold on, Drew, wait a minute. What did you do some sort of... You must have done some pre-screening to find out that her dad was an alcoholic.
No.
No.
Well, I can't know her in a minute.
But you don't know her.
Polar bears.
Drew, you need a turban with a big jewel in the front of it. That is absolutely amazing. All right, hold on. Let me get done with Susie. All right, so as it turns out, Drew does know you. Susie?
Yes.
Okay. But anyway, we're done beating up on you.
And that's the point, is that's more important to anybody who's about to get involved with you, and more important to you in terms of how you choose your relationships in the future. If you don't do some codependency or what kind of particular work you choose to do, you're going to choose another emotionally unavailable, potentially abusive person.
Well, would you guys like to find out what I did during that 6
Yes.
years of being away from him?
Yeah.
I mean, let's stop for just a minute.
Go ahead.
And,
Go
ask
ahead.
the questions, too, then. Did you go through counseling? Did you have a therapist? Have you worked through some of these issues? Okay?
Okay.
Because all that happened.
Okay.
All that happened before I left
All right.
and after I left the relationship.
Okay, so...
But the question is, I feel that it's fair and right to tell somebody that you're going to get involved with there are certain things from your past that people have the right to know. But where do you make the decision on what timing in a relationship do you tell somebody this?
I would say right up front and early.
First date.
Yeah.
That's good advice. Hey, 6 years ago, Drew, do you have to tell somebody this?
Look, I think it's if indeed she's done so much intensive work, which judging by how she makes me feel talking to her, I doubt it. But
I'll tell you, she's the bitterest person who's been through 6 years of therapy I've ever talked to.
But it's part of who she is, and she should be talking about it. She should be talking about the recovery aspects of it, and the fact that she is safe. It may be even safer than somebody who's not been tested.
We got to go to break. I'll come back and rebut that when we come back.
Kick it! I want to love you.
LoveLine will be right back, and boy, will we be mad if you bail.
Huh?
Yeah.
All right. So you're wrong. Joan Jett and the Blackhearts is another group on the Iggy Pop compilation, or I should say tribute album, We Will Fall. Joey Ramone is also on it. Thank you very much, Joey Ramone.
Yeah, thanks.
We are...
I had a ball.
Good. Come back anytime you like. And
I think I'm going to go shoot myself now.
All right, but if you don't kill yourself, come back.
Oh, okay.
We're going to go out with this Joan Jett one, Real Wild Child.
Well, I'm just out of school, like I'm real, real cool. Gotta dance up my mood, got the message that I gotta be a wild one. Ooh yeah, I'm a wild one. Gotta break it loose, gonna keep it moving wild, gonna keep it swinging, baby. I'm a real wild child. Yeah. Well, I'm a real wild one, and I like a wild one. In the world gone crazy, everything seems hazy. I'm a wild one. Ooh yeah, I'm a wild one. Gotta break it loose, gonna keep it moving wild, gonna keep it swinging, baby. I'm a real wild child. Well, I'm just out of school, like I'm real, real cool. Gotta dance like a fool, got the message that I gotta be a wild one. Ooh yeah, I'm a wild one. Gotta break it loose, gonna keep it moving wild, gonna keep it swinging, baby. I'm a real wild child. I'm a wild one. Ooh yeah, I'm a wild one. Oh yeah, I'm a wild one. Gotta break it loose, gonna keep it moving wild, gonna keep it swinging, baby. I'm a real wild child.
This has been LoveLine. The opinions expressed herein are certainly opinions, that's for sure. If you'd like a written transcript of today's program, you probably should have written it down yourself. And if you did, we'd like a copy. LoveLine producer Ann Wilkins.
This broadcast was copyright 1997 Westwood One Entertainment. This music is MXPX on Tooth and Nail Records.
Sit, Obo. Obo, stop dragging your butt across the carpet.
You're my stern but groovy master, Adam.